Hello and welcome to a special We Love Sport netball chat. I'm Zara Buck and I'm lucky enough to be joined by Eboni Usoro-Brown and Tamsin Greenway to talk all things Vitality Netball Super League. Now, the season is underway and what a great start it's been. You know, the season opener in Birmingham, round one, was electric. Tamsin, firstly, what team has impressed you the most so far?
I think there were two teams that stood out from the first weekend, and that was Manchester Thunder, last year's winners, and they were playing against Wasps, and they were clinical, and they'd had a few changes in their attacking, but they were really smart about how they played that game. And then, of course, Mavericks. I think for me, they played with the most excitement, probably one of the most unchanged teams from last season, and you could definitely see those connections out on court. But they weren't only just structured. The flair of Sasha Corbin and Eboni will back me up on this, and Kadeen Corbin, the two sisters out in front. They were absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, that attacking was on fire in that D for Saracen Mavericks. And Team Bath, which you've been a part of, Eboni, for many, many years, they placed third last season. This season, what are your aims for the club?
I thought their performance at Super Saturday was absolutely phenomenal. I think it's a great confidence booster. Obviously, they've known for a while that I wasn't going to be participating this season, but they came out and it was a consistent performance in each of the thirds. And the likes of Summer Artman and Kim Kamain, who was absolutely phenomenal, really led the team from the front. So to score 72 goals, unlike last season and previous season, you haven't really seen their Team Bath really put that together. So again, great to back it up again in this second week with a good win against Celtic Dragons. So that'll give them a lot of confidence, a lot of self-belief, and hopefully they can continue and carry that throughout the season.
Yeah, that season opener, we saw so much talent within all 10 teams under one roof. Which player has stood out for you, Tamsin, so far?
Can I have two?
Of course you can. Get as many as you want. I said there's so much talent.
Well, don't give me that. We'll be here all night. I was impressed with two defenders, actually. So Latanya Wilson for Celtic Dragons, over from Jamaica, was solid in the Nations Cup in partnership with Sterling, and we were all very excited to see her play. So I thought she did a great job against Surrey Storm. And then my other one was Doju, who we saw this evening for London Pulse. Such an exciting talent, only 17, just absolutely fearless and everywhere on court.
And what about you, Eboni?
Similar, I think, for Doju.
I nicked them.
No, not that. I think for Doju, for me, I've, again, witnessing her tonight, for such a young talent, so fearless, and her ability to turn over balls in different ways is a really exciting prospect. And I think to see her grow throughout the Super League this year is going to be absolutely incredible to watch. Another standout for me, again, not that I'm biased or anything, was got to be Kim Kamain. She's not your typical shooter. I think we've seen the likes of Siggy Berger and Mary Cholhock and Karen Bailey, who are your tall holding shooters. So to have Kim Kamain, who's a little bit different, they've got a bit of a rotating circle, and to see the quality of her hands to grasp those balls, I think she'll just grow in confidence again this season and definitely is one to watch.
She is certainly a rising star, isn't she? And the netball scene in the UK and the Super League has grown so much. It's so exciting. How far can it go, do you think?
Well, I think it's just the beginning, and we owe a lot to these guys and that nice gold medal that they won at the Commonwealth Games for us. And it kind of started this whole momentum of netball in this country. And you were getting a lot of outside fans, but you're also getting interest of those players that play that are suddenly getting involved in the performance side of it as well, and recognising these guys and having stars and having that impact. I think the season opener last weekend showed that 9,000 fans from start to end, which I loved. At 10:30 in the morning, they were banging down the doors, tweeting, going, "Don't start without us." Like, that is incredible, and that's such a shift of what we've seen over the last few years. And I think, I always say netball's like a blank piece of paper. It's got so far still to go. We're just at the very beginning, and it's so nice to be involved in it at this point.
I also think Tamsin's doing really well at the moment on social media and Twitter and Instagram in terms of
the Monday debates I've seen.
In terms of engaging everyone in the debate, getting everyone talking about netball, asking them to switch on to Sky Sports, watch the games, turn up to the games and increase the attendance. And I think the more that we can have those conversations, the more we can lift viewing figures and attendance figures, again, we'll see the game grow more rapidly.
100%. And what can fans expect from this season, Eboni?
I just think more than ever this season, the teams and across the league are more evenly spread in terms of quality of players. So the standard week in, week out, you're going to see more games like we did tonight, 51-50, and the excitement that it brings and the atmosphere that it brings onto the netball court. So I'm expecting some tussles, I'm expecting physicality, I'm expecting umpire decisions that we don't necessarily agree with, but I'm also looking to see the new and rising stars and the flares that we can create in this game, because it's so exciting. And I think, again, round by round, as teams build more confidence, we'll start to see that come out more and more.
And it's talking about it, isn't it? Like you're saying, the showing up of the fans to come here. And it's so exciting to see where the game is going. And come July, the grand final, can we talk predictions? Is it too early? I'm sure it's not.
Well, I had my top 4, and I said Bath wouldn't be in it for the first time. I think it'd be the first time ever if they didn't make it. However, Loughborough Lightning now they've got so many injuries throughout that squad, and that's really cost them in these first 2 games. It'll be a long season. I think you spoke about Ebony spoke about all the stuff we're going to see this season. I think for me, the matchups are going to be key. I think different teams face each other at different prospects. So, Kim Kamain against certain defences will really struggle, but against others she'll totally tear it apart. And I think that's where the coaches earn their money this year, the tactical analysis that they do and the changes, the impact that those players have when they come onto court, which means it is one hell of an open season.
Manchester Thunder, they're going to be aiming for a 2nd title in a row. Can they do it, Ebony?
I think if they show the consistency that they showed last season, they've definitely got the squad in terms of the likes of Ellie Cardwell. If she takes the form that she had in the Nations Cup and she can put that into the Super League, they'll be unstoppable. They've still got the likes of Emma Dovey. Again, she's still a stalwart in defence. Although they've lost Kerry Almond, you need that leadership to really take a team through to the final. They had a bit of a scare this week at 7 Stars. We were watching closely on Twitter.
It's those matchups, isn't it?
You can still see that they still had the gumption to kind of pull through in that last quarter. So I definitely think Thunder will be one of the top 4. But it will be interesting to see if they still can come up. Yeah,
I think Thunder will be in there. I think Bath will be there and thereabouts, but I think it's Mavericks, their season to lose it. They've got such a talented side across the board.
Well, they've got an England starting 7, haven't they, really?
And they've always lacked consistency, and that's been their biggest downfall. And they're at a stage now where those sort of youngsters aren't youngsters anymore. Your Raz Quashis, your George Fishers, your Gabby Marshalls. It's their time to shine. They need to put their money where their mouths are and get out there and actually lead that team to victory. And if they play with the potential they have, they're going to be really dangerous come the end of the year.
Indeed.
Yeah, they looked so impressive in Birmingham. And so you're saying Saracens, Mavericks in that final?
I think they'll be in the final. I'm not necessarily sure they'll win it. I'm still going with Wasps, obviously. But
you always will.
Always.
Oh, it's been lovely to speak to you both. Thank you. And thank you for watching. And you can watch all of the Vitality Netball Super League by downloading the We Love Sport app. Thanks for watching and see you next time.